What's up, nation? Today let's talk about Best Buy's confirmed PS5 console restock happening tomorrow morning and the best tips that you can implement to help secure your console. All right, everyone, so we got some big PS5 restock news to cover today because we have one of the US's most preferred, biggest electronic retailers, Best Buy, going on record stating that they will absolutely have a stock drop happening tomorrow. This will all be 100% online, and it will be for drive-up, pickup in store. So you do have to go through those steps. You cannot go into the store or camp for this thing, but I want to cover all the details of what we know from Best Buy's previous launches and what you can do to be best prepared for when this stock drop goes live to secure your console. The other great news is it sounds like in all scenarios you're looking at a very quick turnaround time from when you place the order to when you're able to go ahead and pick up the console. Now, before we do hop into all the details today, I just want to quickly invite everybody to join Sunbro Nation. If you haven't done so already, do so by subscribing below. Hit the like button on this video if you enjoy the content today, and make sure you turn on your bell notification icon so you're kept up to date with all the newest gaming and console news as we're in the new generation of gaming. But with that, guys, let's dive into the details. So I want to start by sharing the steps that Best Buy has communicated themselves and the official time that they are saying to expect to watch for this console drop to go live online. They have made a blog post that points out a couple different things, and then after we read through that blog post together, we'll talk about all the tips and tricks that you can make sure that you're up to date with so you don't have any risk of missing out on anything that you weren't anticipating for them asking you. We pretty much know everything as far as their order process and what to expect, so we're going to cover all of that, and I just want to quickly first share what Best Buy has officially stated on their blog post on their website that they tweeted out recently. More gaming consoles 3-day sale arrive on December 15th. This week is your chance to become the ultimate holiday hero and score big on some deals too. It all starts December 15th when we will restock our online inventory of this year's coveted PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S consoles. They will go live sometime after 8 a.m. Central Time. You don't even have to change out of your pajamas because these consoles will be sold online only. Get your completed order only through curbside pickup. That same day, we're also kicking off our 3-day sale featuring thousands of deals on your favorite tech, including TVs, laptops, headphones, and more. Head over to bestbuy.com to check it out. So the big takeaway there is when they're telling us to watch for the online stock drop. They're saying anytime after 8 a.m. Central Time. So that would be 9 a.m. Eastern Time, or it would be 6 a.m. Pacific Time. So they're saying anytime after that is when it would go live. Now, that doesn't mean that it's going to go live right at 8 a.m. Central Time. It could very easily be 30 minutes, an hour later, a couple hours later. They might wait for people to be watching their website and to eventually give up, or people who have thought that they've missed it already and get off to help drive down some of the site traffic. So basically the plan is going to be wake up with enough time to sit in front of your computer and be ready to go. And I would recommend having the computer and the app open simultaneously because sometimes one tends to work better than the other. And then the big thing is you're going to have to be prepared and logged into your account. Double check everything because sometimes you think you're logged in, but for some reason the sign in button is still there. And we've seen websites crash and log users out and things like that. So just be as prepared as you can at this launch window time that they're telling us to look for. Now, a big thing is that they're both going to be selling the disc version and the digital version of the PlayStation 5 console, which is fantastic because we've seen very limited digital release cycles come through since original release date. So I know a bunch of people have commented that they're looking for the digital specifically, and this is a shot for you to maybe secure that. I do still think they'll probably have more disc versions than digital, so just keep that in mind. If you're trying to secure a digital, it's like that much harder because it's the lower cost console and they didn't manufacture near as many as the disc versions. So it is a harder one to get your hands on, but you will have an opportunity tomorrow at Best Buy. Now, the other big thing is that you're going to want to make sure all of your payment information is accurate, all of your shipping address, anything that you can fill out on your Best Buy account. I would go in and do that today before you wait any longer and just make sure it all looks good to go. And then there is another tip that I don't know how widespread this issue was last time, but apparently if people got their card charged and Best Buy potentially, because it's a $500 purchase, they would flag it as fraud in some cases. So if you have a card that you're maybe concerned about that happening, see if if you have any security measures that you can do ahead of time to help drive down the chances of that happening. And whether that be just contacting your bank directly, I don't know. I'm sure everything is different on a case-by-case basis. Maybe, you know, you could even use like a prepaid card or a Cash App card if you have it or something like that. Anything that you feel most comfortable with that won't get flagged as a potentially fraud purchase, or if you have the steps set up where they have your mobile number to text you to verify if that was your purchase or not. I would just do all that stuff ahead of time just to be on the safe side, because Best Buy absolutely will cancel your order if the card doesn't go through, and then your console is going to go to somebody else, which brings me to my next step, which would actually be to not give up after the initial stock sells out, because anything that doesn't go through or anything that they detect that might be a bot or unusual activity, they will try to cancel that order, and then at which point the stock will get loaded back in to the website. Now, this is, you are ordering from store level inventory, so based off of what stores receive stock is which ones will show up available in your area. Where I'm at, I have a few different Best Buys around, so if you get sold out on one, try to change your location and go into the next one. Now, the problem is we don't know what the inventory levels look like. They haven't even confirmed that this is every store across the nation, but typically Best Buy, if they're going to announce it nationwide like this on a tweet like they did, I do think that we're going to see the mass majority of all their locations receive stock. But the big thing is if you miss out on one store, don't give up. Start switching your preferred location to anything that's within driving distance and see if you can maybe secure one there. It wouldn't even hurt to have a couple different browser tabs open on different store locations, maybe create multiple accounts that you can still use your own verified info, but that you can actually go ahead and set different stores as your preferred location. So that way, if one goes really fast, the other might not, because sometimes these are in more rural areas, or they're just not as populated, or maybe there's not as many people watching that particular store. So that's all stuff that can help you out. It's also big to, again, use the app and the website, and then just make sure that you've taken the time to set aside all these steps ahead of time, because what's great about Best Buy, and the next thing we're going to talk about, is their purchase process. They actually send a verification code via either text or email to try to help fight off bots. It's not to say that that's going to be 100% foolproof method, but it does seem like that more users, actual gamers, walk away with their consoles when Best Buy does a drop than just about any other retailer. So I think that verification code does really help pay off. Now, you can receive it in one of two ways. Whenever you complete your purchase, it's going to ask you to verify that you receive the code and enter it, and you can do it via email or you can do it via text message. I've read online from numerous different users that said that when they selected the text option that it was almost immediate. The email should be immediate, but I don't know about like with you guys. Like, I've typically seen where emails will take a little bit of time for codes to come in, whereas text normally go through immediately. So I would probably set my preferred method to text when you do see that option pop up after you try to complete your order. But if you don't, email is always going to be an option as well. But the key is if you are using email, don't waste any time, because if you're getting that code and they sell out in the meantime, your console could still be taken from you. So have your email maybe pull up on a different tab or a different device altogether, or just have your phone in hand with the text number that you've set ahead of time ready to go. And once you get that verification code, just be super quick, just like you're still trying to add it to cart. Like, just be as quick to enter that code as you can, and then that's going to be your best shot at making sure that you can hopefully secure this console. And the last thing I want to talk about this drop is actually the turnaround time on how quick you can get your order. Best Buy is saying that it will be ready within an hour for pickup, but at the time of filming this video, there are some reports that some stores don't even have their stock yet. So there is a chance that you might be ordering that for a pickup that's later on in the week. So just don't be disappointed if it says like pickup by Saturday or something like that. If they give you the option to order it at all, that is a win. So it's still before Christmas time, and Best Buy is a great retailer to go for, and it does look like they've said curbside specifically, so it might just be where you're not even walking into the store at all, but they're always going to be bringing it out in this case. So regardless, it's going to be ordering from the store's inventory. There's probably going to be stores that you get it same day, and there's probably going to be other stores that didn't receive their stock in time that might be delayed by a few days. So just kind of be prepared for that, but it is going to be something where you're guaranteeing yourself, if you order this console successfully tomorrow on the console restock drop, that you will get this thing before Christmas, which is just a huge win for gamers out there who are still wanting to secure this console. So I just wanted to make that super clear that it's all online order only, and that you will be able to go drive to the store to physically pick it up. It's not going to be shipping where you're competing across the entire US. And then the other thing to point out is that this is not for Best Buy Canada. They have not confirmed anything that they are going live, so keep an eye out maybe at the same time in case they do tend to go live at the same time that this one does, but there's nothing confirmed for that. The other retailer I would keep an eye on is like Amazon, as always, maybe even Sony Direct, because they like to mirror the times of other people whenever they do their stock drops. So just keep an eye out on all those other retailers in case if Best Buy doesn't work, but don't give up too early. Stay plugged in an hour, 2 hours after the inventory is sold out to see if anything comes back in case if you missed it, and then make sure that you're checking all the different zip codes in your area, big city zip codes and rural zip codes, anywhere that you can drive to give yourself the best possible shot at securing this console tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching the video today, everyone. I do truly appreciate you all sticking around until the end. I did at this point in the video want to invite you all to leave me a comment and let me know what your strategy is going to be. Is Best Buy going to be your #1 pick to try to secure your console before Christmas if you're on the hunt? And then if you've already secured your console, let me know where you were able to do that from so we can just kind of report the wins as they come out. Good luck to everybody trying this tomorrow. I sure hope you're successful. If you're not, continue to stay plugged into all your favorite news sources and try to continue to secure this thing before Christmas. I do think that this week we'll continue to see Sony Direct and a number of other retailers go live, so keep your eyes and ears open and stay plugged into Twitter with notifications on to give yourself the best chance of securing this console. Now, before we do end the video today, I just want to quickly invite everybody one more time to join Sunbro Nation. If you haven't done so already, do so by subscribing below. Hit the like button on your way out on this video if you enjoyed the content today, and make sure you turn on your bell notification icon so you're kept up to date with all the newest gaming and console news as we're in the new generation of gaming. That's going to do it for me today, guys. I hope you all have a great day. Sunbro Nation, out.